Hey guys, this week, well, obviously, the new 688 is here, and I'm going to be taking a look at it. It's an interesting piece of kit. Obviously, this isn't going to be a full review. This is a first look because this is a stock gun that's come in. There are a lot of channels publishing reviews on these guns at the moment, and I'm sorry, but it ain't a review if you haven't shot it. You can take it off the rack, you can look at it, but you can't review it unless you've driven it, right? So this is a first look. There will be a full review to follow once I've actually got a press gun and I can take it out and put it through its paces. This is just my initial impressions upon basically handling the gun indoors in the gun room. And there are some interesting points already to note. Some design choices and some tweaks that Beretta have made to the 680 series action that are apparent here, as well as the fitting of obviously this laminate stock, which is a first for Beretta. I think this is going to sell well. I think this is going to be alright. Hard to say, obviously without shooting it, but based on the sum of its parts, I'll be interested to see how this thing performs. Let's do oily bits and then we will go from there. So 32-inch barrels, also available as a 30. They are Stelium barrels, ventilated mid and top rib. It's a 10 to 8mm taper, no tram line, white front bead, extended Optima Plus chokes, 3-inch chamber. It is superior steel proofed, 18.6 board. The action is based on the Beretta Ultralight, I believe. I believe the tooling is taken from the original Beretta Ultralight, but this is not a lightweight gun. They've beefed up. You can see it as soon as you take the gun apart. The thickness of the action fences has been increased to increase the centre of mass here in between the hands and basically give this gun a much more deliberate feel than the 686 for instance. We've got this nice slim sort of sport forend in this laminate material. The laminate is obviously laser checkered, very nicely done, little rosettes around where the forend iron's attached, and it looks well. Checkering's good quality, nicely bordered, nice and sharp, and the finish on the laminate itself looks really good. Actually, I quite like that colour, although I do think, do you know what, orange and black, they should have gone for an orange and black laminate. I think that would look amazing, but not to everyone's taste, right? This is already going to annoy people who don't like bright coloured guns, but if you see my gun, you know I like something new and different. The forend iron matted on the inside. It's kind of a mixture of textures in the gun, which is really interesting. Other than that, I mean, it's a 680 series action and lockup. We can see dueling on the sides of the monoblock. It's all superior steel proof, stamped up. Ejectors are standard, as are the locating pins for the lockup. But here's where an interesting change has come. They've changed the position of this little latch that affects the top lever, and basically moved it from over here to top dead center. And this makes the gun, believe it or not, it actually feels a bit more premium when you shoot it. You can hear the difference. It sounds more premium than a standard. It just does. It feels a little bit less jarring when you close it because that thing's just taken enough of that closing force out of that final millimetre of travel. It's amazing the tiny differences that make a difference. We've got a newly designed top lever here, good shape, good size, good sort of index for your thumb, selector safety on top. The action is, again, I think this is going to be something that's really going to cause, I don't know about ructions, but you're either going to like it or you're not. So you've got this big 688 bold logo on the side in bright orange, and then it's very linear sort of design in the action fences. And then this, which I think they're playing with textures here rather than colours. So it's kind of brushed. The trunnion is flat but shiny, and then the Beretta logo that stands out on that bit that sticks up above the sides of the action stands out. It's quite, it looks very deliberate because it's a different texture to the barrel, and it just looks, I don't know, you really need to see it in person to appreciate it. Really, really gone to town with this stippling around the top of the detonation here to make it a matte surface and not give you any glare. Bottom of the action, nice bold trident with the 688 logo. Black adjustable trigger blade. It'll be a standard adjustable, 6.8 series trigger. The woodwork coming back here, actually I really like it. The palm swell, which you can actually see because of the laminate, and it really shows off where the palm swell is, and it looks really nice, I think, is lovely. It's just nice, locates the hand, and gives you that kind of feeling of having your palm filled that you don't get on guns without a palm swell, right? And I don't know. This sits price-wise very definitely in between the 686, for instance, and the 694. This is currently on the wall at 2,885, probably fairly aggressively priced initially. That price is probably going to go up in the coming months, but aggressively priced initially to get them on the marketplace. Laminate stock looks really well. The finish, again, it's nice dark, a much darker grey than on the 525 SL. Be-Fast adjustable comb, and it does come with fitment for the weighting system, Be-Fast weights, although you don't get any weights with the gun. There are 4 guns here right now. 3 of them are balanced dead on. This one's a little tiny bit nose heavy, just a smidgen. But, I mean, every gun's different, right? 32 inch, 30, obviously the 30s are going to be handled quite differently. It's a 14 7/8 length of pull, 8 pound 12 ounces, so it's definitely a heavyweight and definitely designed as a clay gun, right? It's 100% competition gun. And a sort of a step, like I said, in between somebody who maybe wants to step up into the 694 country, but maybe wants to go something a little bit cheaper and likes this black and this futuristic look. I think it'll be interesting to see how these do over the coming months. Beretta don't very often launch a new gun, and this will, I think, do well. So, ideally, I'll be getting a press gun in the near future, and I'll be able to do a full review, a shooting review, once I've got one. But in the meantime, what do you guys think? Too expensive? Not expensive enough? Is there a niche in the Beretta market for this? I think so. I think I like it. Just to look at, right? Obviously, as I said, not shot it, but I do appreciate the feel. And based on how nice the 525 SL is to shoot compared to a standard 525, I think this will be really interesting to shoot. In terms of like the way it handles recoil, the way it feels in the swing, I think it's going to be a much more deliberate gun, perhaps even more so than the standard 694 Sporter. But that remains to be seen. Keep your eyes peeled, subscribe, you know the crack, right? Join the channel, buy some merch, help us out, like, subscribe, the usual stuff, guys. As ever, if you are looking for a set of ears, Sens are my chosen supplier, and I can get you 15% off if you click the link up here. Sorry, it's not a link, it's a discount code for when you check out. But yeah, guys, interesting. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. See you next time.
Heritage Designs, adapted for technical performance.